Hey guys, welcome to the continuation of the relatable exercises on synonyms. In our last video, we did questions from 1 to 5, and in this video, we're going to continue from question 6 all the way to question 10. So let's go. Question 6 says, what you cannot avoid, you try to endure. Endure is the highlighted word here, so we're trying to look for the synonym of endure, and it's one of these options that we have below. That sentence, what you cannot avoid, you try to endure. What it means is, if you cannot escape something, you deal with it, or you try to deal with it. That's the meaning. And one word we can pick from here, if you're dealing with something, is you try to tolerate it. And that's the reason why I think the option E is correct. I missed the rest. Why? The first one there is cast off. Cast off means to get rid of. You get to get rid of something. But in this case, you can't get rid of it because they said you have to endure. The second case is put off. Put off means to delay, and that is not the same as enduring. So that one is also wrong. The third case is to dispense with. To dispense with means to stop using something, and that is not also related to endure. And the fourth one means to practice, and to practice means to keep doing something, not tolerating it. That is also wrong. So the reason why I picked tolerate is because endure and tolerate, they both mean putting up with something. To tolerate something is to put up with something. To endure something is to put up with something. And that's the reason why the option E is the best option. Question 7. The decision taken by the panel is irrevocable. What does that mean? That means that the decision cannot be changed. Irrevocable means something that you cannot change. Something that you cannot turn back to its original setting. It has happened. You can't turn it back to the way it was. You can't change it anymore. So that's the meaning. Now, what perfect option can we pick here? The perfect option for that is irreversible. Now the question is why? The reason why irreversible is correct is because irreversible means something too that cannot be reversed. The same way we said irrevocable means something you cannot change, something that you cannot take back to its original setting. Irreversible is the word that goes with it. But we could still check other options to see if there are still some that are better. Now, why didn't I pick unexpected? Unexpected means something surprising, something you didn't expect, something done in a surprising way. So it is not the same as unchangeable. Do you get? It's not the same as something that cannot be changed. So that's why it is wrong. Option C means it's acceptable, and that means something that is okay, something that can be tolerated, something that can be, allowed. And that is not the same as irrevocable. Option D says is irresponsible. Irresponsible means careless or unrelated, and that is not the same as irrevocable. And the fifth one is unacceptable. Unacceptable means something that is not allowed, something that is not okay. You get? Or unrelatable. So that is not also our option. That's the reason why option A is the best. Question 8. Death is inevitable for man. That means that death cannot be avoided. Inevitable is something that you cannot avoid. So death is inevitable for man means death cannot be avoided for man. Now, what is the best option here? The best option here is unavoidable. Why? That's because unavoidable means it's definitely going to happen no matter what. You can't avoid it. And it also goes with inevitable since it says that it cannot be avoided. That's why that's our best bet or our best option. But we could still check the rest The second one is essential. Essential means something very important but not unavoidable. That's why that is wrong. Next one is necessary, option C. Necessary means something that is needed, but it does not always mean that it is unavoidable. That's why that is also wrong. Option D is immortal. Immortal means living forever, and that is the opposite of death, and that is not related to unavoidable. So because they said death is unavoidable for man, so you saying immortal, it means that the person could avoid death and live forever. So that probably is like the opposite in a relatable way of this sentence. The next one is imminent. Imminent means something that is about to happen soon. It is not inevitable. It is different. That is why imminent is also a wrong option. Next question, question 9. The superintendent was appalled by the attitude of some of the employees towards their work. Now, what does that mean? The appalled there means something that is shocking. So if you were to relate or interpret this sentence, it means that the superintendent was shocked or was horrified. That's what you could use for appalled. And what is the best option to pick here? The best option to pick here is option C, shocked. Why didn't I pick option A, B, or D? Now let's check it out. Option A is annoyed. Annoyed means when you are irritated about something, mildly irritated about something, not shocked. So that is the wrong option. Option B says disappointed. Disappointed means to let down, or basically disappoint. To disappoint means to let down, but not horrified. So that is also wrong. Provoked. To provoke means to make something angry. Do you get? So it is not related to shock, and that is why that is also the wrong option, and the correct option there is shocked. Last question, question 10. The lawyer's argument of the case was exhaustive. What does that mean? This means that the lawyer's argument was complete, and then it covered every detail. That's the meaning of that exhaustive. It was complete and covered every single detail. And what best option can we pick in this case? The best option here to pick is thorough. Why is that the best option? Thorough means exhaustive too. It means when something is very detailed and something is complete. It did the work thoroughly. It did the work in detail, completely. And that's why that's the best option. Why? Let's also check the rest. Interesting means that it grabs your attention. It does not really mean that it's complete. That is wrong. Exaggerating means something that is overstating, which is actually unrelated to this aspect, what we are doing. So this is wrong. Option C is exhilarating. That means exciting, not thorough. So that is also wrong. And the last option is fascinating. Fascinating means very interesting, but it is not complete. So that is why that is also the wrong option. The correct option there is thorough. And that will be all for these exercises on synonyms. And the next video I'm going to be explaining relatable exercises on antonyms. Have a nice day, guys. Bye.